Hey guys, I'm Miranda and welcome to Budget with a July Dreamer. On this channel, I focus on personal finance, sharing tips on how to save, how to invest, as well as how to budget. If these topics interest you, then please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into today's video. So for today's video, I would actually like to share with you my 2022 investment goals. So if you watched my 2022 annual financial goals, you will know that part of my goals is to increase my investment contributions from my current 8 to 10% to 15 to 20%, which is such an ambitious goal. But obviously, we don't do below average here. We are trying to punch above our waist, and that is exactly why I set this goal. My other goal is to actually have saved invested at least 50K in all of my investment platforms. So at the moment, I do have my tracker here. When I gave my last update on my investments, that is at the end of November, I had invested 41,597.46 So working from this number, I decided to challenge myself by saying, by end of Q1 of 2022, I would like to have at least 50K in my investments. So such an ambitious goal because I am at least 9,000 away from 50K, and sure, I could actually make this goal a lot larger, but I'm looking at the contributions that I have now and then the contributions that I'm looking to add. But also I am at the mercy of the financial market. We saw a dip in September, we saw a dip in November. So me solely relying on the fact that my investments might yield better returns in the next 3 to 4 months is not really ideal. So I am looking at me adding in money into my current investments to reach, I should say, 50K in those investments. So that is at least almost £10,000. So this is why I have had to be like, okay, the stock market might do its thing, but what else can I do to be able to reach that goal? So today's video, that is what we will be talking about. And I will actually just give you a screenshot of what my current investments look like at the time of filming this video. So, and also what my investments contain, and not the actual funds that I invest in or stocks that I have picked for myself, but rather the categories that I do have. So things like my pension, things like my ISA, things like my general investment account. So that is what we will be looking at. So if we look at the screenshot that I'll put on the screen now, if we start off with my pension, so for my retirement, I do have two accounts. One is with Vanguard, where I have a self-invested personal pension, a Sipp, and then I do have another account which myself and my employer contribute to, and we invest with Legal and General. So in this pot, I would be happy if I was able to end the year 2021 with at least £25,000 saved. Having at least 25,000 saved in my pension is not ideal I've been reading a lot of articles of late about how much you should have saved by age whatever, and I am going to be 35 next year, and it's talking about having like 500,000 invested? I'm like, yeah, I must be having a laugh. Like in my 20s, I didn't do any investing. In my 30s, that's when I started. So now I've got a lot of catching up to do, but I've decided not to focus on what everybody else is talking about and doing and the expectations that they are setting, but rather just focus on doing the best that I can, consistently contributing every single month. Whatever extra money I have, I will contribute towards my investments. So this is why I'm honestly not too fussed about that, but I still would like to end the year with over 25,000 in my pension. That is my plan. Then if we look at my ISA, so my ISAs are individual savings account. These are tax efficient wrappers where we can add at least 10, no, not 10, at least 20,000 pounds, which is tax free when it's in that tax wrapper. So for that one, I have two. You're only allowed to fund one in every financial year. And I mean the stocks and shares ISA, because you can have a LISA, you can have a cash ISA, and all other ISAs in the world, but you're still only allowed cumulatively 20,000 in there. So I have two. I have one with Vanguard and I have one with Barclays Smart ISA. So Barclays Smart ISA is the one that I opened first, but then I looked at the fees. Again, this came through education. This came through seeing what others are doing my own research, and realizing actually I was paying a lot with my bank. With my bank, I pay £4 every single month. Whereas with, excuse me, with Vanguard, I pay less than £2 every 3 months. So I think the maths is easy there. We know exactly which one I am focusing on, why I chose to move my investments to Vanguard. So at the moment, at the time of filming this video, I have just under £14,000 in my ISAs. So it would be nice if by the time I was ending this year, I had over £14,000 saved, so that I'm getting closer and closer to my 50k goal by Q1. So that is something that I would like to see before I end the year. But this just also means looking for money around my budget and throwing it at investing, whether the market goes up and down. As much as I want to say it doesn't really impact me, but I'm a long-term investor, so I will still be buying. We buy low and we hold for a long time. This is something that Shalise from Mommy Trader says all the time, and I agree with that sentiment 100%. Then if I go to my general investment account, so these are not so tax efficient, because when you reach the threshold, and I believe it's £2,000 in dividends and interest, you gotta pay tax. Okay, so capital gains tax is required on this. So I am not worried about this at the moment, because I really have small amounts in there, so not over concerned at the moment. This is why I'm trying to focus heavily investing in my ISA and my pension, because those are more tax efficient and beneficial for what I'm trying to achieve for myself and my family. So for my general investments account, at the time of filming this video, I have just under 3,500. Not too bad, not too bad. Every penny counts, as Tesco says, so not too bad whatsoever. So for the month of December, it's looking like I have over £42,000, which just means I will need at least another £8,000 invested. And I think I'll be able to do that, and I think I'll be able to reach 50k by end of Q1. That is my goal, and I base this on the fact that I did decide to increase my investment contributions from the current 8 to 10% to 15 to 20% every single month, and that is what I've decided to do. So I'm really looking forward to seeing me reach that goal. I believe in myself. I believe in the stock market. I mean, as much as one can believe in the stock market, but I also know that is where wealth building lies. Investing in the stock market for the long haul. I intend to invest for as long as I'm alive, God willing. So I am looking to the future. I'm looking to build generational wealth, and it starts with one generation, doesn't it? It starts with that one person. I'm trying to be that person for my family. So I'm very excited for this. So my goal of having invested at least 50k by Q1 is looking very doable. And if I see that I reach that goal sooner than end of Q1, I may even up it for myself to 55 or 60K. Who knows? But right now, 50K is what I am working with in my mind. But if I surpass that, that would be absolutely incredible. So I think this is all I wanted to share in this video. I think I should reiterate the fact that I'm not a financial advisor. Everything that you are seeing on my channel when I talk about investment is based off my own research, my personal beliefs. And if you like anything that I'm sharing in my videos, please make sure you do your own due diligence as well and do more research on top of what I'm sharing, because I'm trying to share to educate others out there. I'm not saying I am financially qualified to advise you. I am not advising you on anything. I'm sharing what I'm doing. And if you like what I'm doing and want to do something similar, due diligence, do your own research, make your own final decision on exactly what you want to do and see how that works out for you. So thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next one.